You are listening to Blind Trust by Anna von Dijk, narrated by Antonia Beamish. Prologue. He looks into her blue eyes and wonders what went wrong. It all started so promisingly a few weeks ago. She seemed to be everything he had dreamt of, funny, sweet and beautiful. A winning lottery ticket. Or so it seemed. Because of course there was a catch. There's always a catch. A nasty little catch that only reveals itself when it's already too late and you've thrown yourself into things unreservedly. Because he did. Oh, he did that. He went all in. It wasn't his fault. Once again, it wasn't on him. The grass in the meadow where they lie is a little damp. Stars are twinkling above them. It's late, well after 2 in the morning. He can hear the sound of cars passing by on the motorway in the distance, like waves crashing onto a beach. He keeps looking at her, touches her blonde hair dimly lit by the moon. She doesn't react to his touch and continues to stare at the stars. Of course she doesn't react. She's dead. Why did it have to happen this way? Why couldn't that nasty little catch stay away for once? Why didn't she adapt to him a little bit more? Why wasn't she more considerate of the way he wanted things to be? Pointless, retrospective questions. The best thing to do now is to focus on the present. It turned out she's not the one, and now it's over, full stop. He gets up, ignoring his aching arms, and looks around. There's no one about, which is to be expected at this hour. Apart from the stars, the only source of light is a farmhouse a few hundred yards away. He looks at the pit beside her body. Has he dug deep enough? It'll have to do, because he doesn't feel like putting in any more physical effort. They won't find her. Dogs only sniff out corpses in fields in bad detective shows. He lifts her up and swears when blood from her face almost drips onto his new coat. Maybe he shouldn't have hit her so hard. Her body, which is already quite stiff, makes an ugly thudding sound as it lands at the bottom of the pit. He starts shoveling soil on top of her. As he watches her legs, her upper body and finally her bloodied face disappear beneath the earth, he realizes he doesn't feel like going to work tomorrow. Perhaps he should call in sick and go on holiday a few days earlier. Yes, some sun will do him good. Chapter 1. I see our time is almost up, Susan says. Is there anything else you want to discuss? They're the same words she always uses towards the end of a session, usually when there are about 5 minutes left. You suspect she does it for the sake of clients who are so wrapped up in themselves that they forget the time. Susan is probably trying to ensure that none of her patients go home with unresolved issues, and her standard question is a bit like the barman announcing the last round just before closing time. You shake your head. I don't think so. You've really helped me a lot. You, Stella, says Susan, jabbing her finger into your chest to reinforce her words. You did this yourself. All I do is guide you a bit. I'm really impressed by how much you've accomplished in such a short time. I remember what you were like when you first came here. You've pulled yourself through this rough patch. Well done. Thank you. Susan looks at the notepad in her lap. How's Sophie? Has she had any nightmares this week? Only one. Last Monday. The same story. Listen, I know I've asked you this before, but don't you think that her nightmares have something to do with what's going on between...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?